We have seen also a huge involvement of the United States in all the program of Biolaboratory in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. Can you say more about these biolaboratories from United States in Ukraine?
US have a lot of these laboratories around the world, and they had 46 in Ukraine, which they financed. Officially, it was to monitor like epidemics and so on, pandemics. But in reality, when the special military operation began and some of these laboratories fell under control of Ukraine, we discovered that they were working on very dangerous pathogens. And some of them in laboratories which were not adequate for that. So the level of security was not enough to work on things like anthrax or the dark death, or the pestifera, all this stuff, and they work also on a lot of like hemorrhagic fevers of Crimea, Congo, and so on. And it's really dangerous pathogens. I mean, viruses and bacteria, which are really dangerous. And the thing is that these laboratories are not, for some of them, the levels. And the second is that they gathered a lot of biomaterial from Ukrainian soldiers, which were of more Russian ethnicity, so from the eastern part of Ukraine. They collected a lot of biomaterials. And the thing is that long before the special military operation, there was scandal in Russia. They discovered an American company was gathering DNA material from Russians. And the aim was not really clear, and this company was working for the US, it was a contractant for the US military department. And so we discovered that they were searching for some diseases who can target some ethnicity, more than others. And so Russia understood that they were working on biological weapons in these laboratories, which are not in America. So this, they can say, but it's not us. We just give them some money, and what they do, it's officially not our program, not our project, but in reality, it was their project and their program. And that's why they have destroyed the maximum of material when the special military operation began. In a hurry, they began to destroy all the pathogens and so on, but they did not succeed to delete everything. So we found documents, we found some pathogens, which were later destroyed by Russia because they were too dangerous, in Mariupol, for example. And they also used the Ukrainians experiment. So they tested drugs for American companies like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and so on Ukrainians, people who were in a psychiatric hospital, and even on children.
Well, it seems that they are tested things they cannot do in the United States, that do it in Ukraine.
Yeah, and not only in Ukraine. I mean, as I said, they have installed all around the world. They have around 300, more than 300 of these laboratories. I mean, after the first discoveries of Russia, even China asked in 2022 to the US to justify what they were doing in all these laboratories around the world. So of course they are outsourcing illegal stuff in these laboratories around the world, so that they cannot be considered as responsible.
Yeah, they call it gain of function.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now. They call this program gain of function. That means they're gaining function of viruses in laboratories. We now have confession from side of CIA who confirmed it, that lab leak theory that this COVID-19 virus, SARS-CoV-2, came from Wuhan laboratory.
Yeah, and what they were working on the COVID in these biolaboratories in Ukraine. They worked on a lot of other pandemics. They worked also on some pathogens who can migrate from birds which are migrating between Russia and Ukraine, and they studied the pathogens. We can then after go to humans. So they were really working on very dangerous stuff. I'm read and official aim to Ukraine manage its pandemics and so on is really a joke. I mean, after the Maidan, Ukraine really became like an epidemic center. I mean, the measles, for example, and it spread to levels that you see normally only in very poor African countries.